If you're over 50 and you eat eggs for breakfast, listen very carefully because one tiny habit you do every single morning may be quietly pushing your blood pressure higher without you ever feeling it. I'm Dr. Ayaan Miles, and today I need to warn you about a mistake so common, so normalized that most doctors don't even mention it anymore. It's not bacon. It's not butter. It's not even the eggs themselves. It's the salt you add to your morning eggs. For millions of Americans, this routine feels harmless. You crack the eggs, heat the pan, sprinkle a little salt, just a pinch, and move on with your day. After all, salt is natural, right? Your body needs sodium, right? That's the myth. And that myth is silently damaging arteries, stiffening blood vessels, and raising blood pressure, especially in adults over 50. Here's the problem. Most seniors believe that only salty foods like chips, fast food, or canned soups are dangerous. So breakfast feels safe, eggs feel clean, homemade feels healthy. But what no one tells you is this. Salt added in the morning behaves very differently inside an aging body. As we get older, our kidneys don't filter sodium the way they used to. Blood vessels lose elasticity. Hormonal regulation of fluids becomes weaker. That means the same amount of salt you tolerated at 30 can trigger pressure spikes at 55 or 65, even if your blood pressure readings still look borderline normal. And morning is the worst possible time for this mistake. Why? Because your body wakes up in a naturally dehydrated state. Blood is thicker. Cortisol, the stress hormone, is already elevated. When you add salt to eggs at this moment, sodium enters the bloodstream rapidly, pulling water into circulation and increasing vascular pressure before your system has fully stabilized. You don't feel pain. You don't feel dizzy. You don't get a warning. The damage happens silently. This is why so many American seniors say, "Doctor, I eat healthy, but my blood pressure keeps creeping up." And when labs come back, nothing seems extreme, yet the numbers slowly rise year after year. Here's another dangerous belief. I only add a small pinch. But small daily pinches don't stay small. They accumulate, and when combined with hidden sodium from bread, cheese sauces, and restaurant meals, your morning eggs become the trigger, not the main cause, but the spark. Now let's talk about what really happens inside your body when you add salt to your eggs first thing in the morning, because this is where the real danger begins, especially after age 50. When you wake up, your body is in a fragile balance. Overnight, you lose fluids through breathing and mild dehydration sets in. Your blood is naturally thicker. Your arteries are slightly tighter, and your kidneys are already working harder than they did years ago. The moment you eat salty eggs on an empty stomach, sodium rushes into your bloodstream very quickly. There's no fiber to slow it down, no buffer, no protection. Sodium's main job is to pull water. When too much sodium enters your blood too fast, it forces your body to retain fluid to dilute it. That extra fluid increases blood volume, and more volume means more pressure against artery walls. This is how morning salt creates silent blood pressure spikes. You may not see it during a routine doctor visit. Blood pressure readings fluctuate throughout the day, but repeated morning spikes cause micro damage to the inner lining of your arteries, called the endothelium. Over time, that lining becomes stiff and inflamed, and stiff arteries are the foundation of chronic hypertension. Now let's talk about your kidneys, because this is where aging changes everything. After 50, kidney filtration efficiency declines naturally. They become slower at removing excess sodium. When you overload them early in the day, the sodium stays in circulation longer. This forces your body to keep blood pressure elevated just to maintain balance. If you're taking blood pressure medications, especially diuretics, ACE inhibitors, or ARBs, this habit can quietly reduce how well those medications work. Many seniors believe their medication is failing, when in reality, their breakfast routine is canceling out its benefits. Another issue most people never consider is hormonal response. Salt in the morning stimulates aldosterone, a hormone that tells your body to hold on to sodium and water. In younger adults, this response shuts off quickly. In older adults, it stays active longer, sometimes all day. That means one salty breakfast can influence your blood pressure for hours. And here's the most dangerous part: your body adapts. You stop noticing symptoms. You don't feel bloated. You don't feel dizzy. But you're normal. Blood pressure slowly shifts upward, from 120s to 130s, then into the 140s, and suddenly you're labeled hypertensive. Doctors often increase medication. Rarely do they ask about when you're eating salt. This is why eggs get blamed unfairly. Eggs aren't the enemy. Protein isn't the enemy. The danger is salt timing combined with an aging cardiovascular system. Now let's talk about the solution, because the goal is not to scare you away from eggs. The goal is to help you protect your blood pressure without giving up the foods you love. First, here's the most important truth. Eggs are not the problem. Salt timing is. Eggs are one of the best protein sources for adults over 50. They support muscle strength, brain health, and satiety. But how you prepare them, and when sodium enters your system, makes all the difference. So here's the safe rule. Do not add salt to eggs while cooking or before eating them in the morning. That single change can significantly reduce early-day blood pressure spikes. Instead, allow your body to hydrate and stabilize first. Start your morning with water. Even one full glass helps thin the blood slightly and eases pressure on your arteries. Then eat your eggs plain or seasoned with non-sodium options. Here are safer alternatives that do not raise blood pressure. Black pepper. Garlic powder, not garlic salt. Onion powder. Paprika. Turmeric. Fresh herbs like parsley or chives. These add flavor without triggering sodium-driven fluid retention. If you absolutely use salt, timing matters. The safest window for small amounts of sodium is later in the day, once your kidneys are fully active and hydration levels are normal. Morning sodium hits harder because your system is vulnerable. Afternoon sodium is handled more efficiently. Now let's talk about proof and in real-life terms. Studies consistently show that sodium sensitivity increases with age. Many older adults experience blood pressure changes from sodium levels that wouldn't affect younger people at all. This is why two people can eat the same breakfast and have very different outcomes. Cardiologists often focus on total daily sodium, but emerging evidence shows that distribution and timing are just as important, especially for seniors. Patients who reduce morning sodium often see lower morning blood pressure readings, better medication response, less fluid retention, more stable numbers throughout the day, and this happens without drastic diet changes. Now here's the final warning I need you to hear. If you are over 50 on blood pressure medication or have a family history of heart disease, continuing to add salt to your morning eggs may silently undo your progress. Even if you eat healthy the rest of the day, high blood pressure doesn't announce itself. It builds quietly, and small daily habits decide its direction. The good news? This habit is easy to fix. You don't need extreme diets. You don't need supplements. You need awareness and timing. If this video helped you understand something your doctor never explained, make sure to like this video, share it with someone over 50, and subscribe to Doctor Free Tips, because simple knowledge applied daily saves lives. This is Dr. Ayaan Miles, and I'll see you in the next warning.